Hello children. Today we are moving to new lesson that is sound. Okay. So how do you come to know that a period is over in your school? You know that when the school bell will ring, we can understand one period get over. Yes, you come to know easily that someone is at your door when he knocks or you hear the sound of the doorbell, isn't it? So, most of the time, you can make out that someone is approaching you by just hearing the footsteps. Yes, so by hearing the sound of footsteps, we can understand that someone is approaching us. Yes, so you might have played a game called hide and seek. In this game also a person who is blindfolded and has to catch the remaining players will guess the hidden person by means of sound. Yes, now sound plays an important role in our life. Yes, so from these all activities we come to know that sound plays an important role in our daily life. So how it plays an important role? It helps us to communicate with one another and express yourself. Yes, if you want to communicate each other, you have to talk. So while talking, we are producing the sound. With the help of the sound, others can understand what we are talking, and we can express ourselves with the help of sound. So here you can see in the picture some musical instrument. Yes, so we can hear the sounds produced by the musical instruments like tabla, flute, harmonium, etc. Yes, how is sound produced? How does it travel from one place to another? How do we hear sound? Why are some sound louder than others? We shall discuss such questions in this chapter. Okay, children. Now let's move to the topic. How is sound produced? Okay, so first thing is sound is produced by vibrating the object. So due to the vibration of an object, sound is produced. Okay, so example, if we are touching the school bell when not in use, what do you feel? You cannot feel anything. Yes, again touch it, it can produce sound. Yes, so how we can feel that the school bell will vibrate, which will create the sound, and we can hear that. Yes, so what is mean by vibration? The to and fro or back and forth motion of an object is termed as vibration. Okay, nowadays you are familiar with your mobile. Yes, you are all familiar with mobile. Yes, while using the mobile, you will put the mobile in vibration mode. So you can see that mobile will be moving from back and forth as front and back. Yes, so that is called vibration. So when there is a vibration of a body, it creates a sound. Okay, so sound is produced by a vibrating body. Understood, children? So what is meant by vibration? The to and fro or back and forth motion of an object is termed as vibration. Understood, children? Now we can also produce sound. Yes, so let's learn sound produced by humans. So how the sound is produced by us? In humans, sound is produced by the voice box. So here you can see the picture of voice box in humans. Okay, so sound in humans is produced by the voice box, which is also called as larynx. Okay, so what is the other name of voice box, children? Larynx. Okay, so What is meant by voice box? It is the upper end of the windpipe. You know, there is two pipe in our throat. What are they? Windpipe and food pipe. Yes, so windpipe allows the air to pass from the lungs to the nose, or from the nose to the lungs, and food pipe means it helps to enter the food into our body. Yes, now voice box is present in the upper end of the windpipe below the hard part of the throat. Okay, so that is called voice box, and there is two vocal cords which is stretched across the voice box, which leaves an so this is called vocal cord. Two vocal cords you can see here, two vocal cords which is stretched across the voice box, which leaves a narrow slit to allow the passage of air. Okay, so these vocal cords will leave the slit, that means leave the little space which allow the air to enter. When the lungs force air through the slit, the vocal cords vibrate, producing sound. Okay, so when the lungs force the air through the slit, the vocal cords vibrate and produce the sound. Okay, and muscles attached to the vocal cords can make the cords tight or loose. Okay, so the muscles which is attached to the vocal cords will make the vocal cords tight or loose. Understood, children? So when the vocal cords are tight and thin, so when the vocal cords are tight and thin, the type or the quality of voice is different, and when they are loose and thick, it is also can produce the different variety of voice. Okay, so when the vocal cords are tight and thin, it will produce one different quality of voice, and when the muscles are loose and thick, it can also produce a different quality of voice. Understood, children? Now let's move to another topic, that is sound needs a medium for propagation. Okay, now you know sound is produced by vibrating body. Yes, so when the sound is produced by vibrating body, it needs a medium for propagation. That means what? It needs some medium to travel from one place to another, otherwise we cannot hear. Yes, so it needs a medium for propagation. Sound needs a medium to travel. It cannot travel in vacuum. So when the pressure is high, the sound cannot travel. It cannot travel in a vacuum. Sound can travel through wood or metal. Okay, so sound can able to travel through wood or metal. Okay, so now we can also hear sound through our ear. How we are hearing our sound? So how we are hearing sound? We are hearing sound through our ears. Yes, now here you can see the structure of human ear. The shape, you can see here, the shape of the outer part of the ear is like a funnel. Yes, the outer part of the ear is like a funnel. So when sound enters it, it travels through a canal at the end, which there is a thin stretched membrane called eardrum. Okay, so there is a thin membrane called eardrum. So when the sound enters, so sound when enters, it travels down a canal, and at the end there is a thin stretched membrane which is called as eardrum. Understood, children? So sound once enter, it travels through this canal and it reaches at the end where there is a thin stretched membrane called eardrum. Eardrum stretch like a stretched rubber sheet. So how we can stretch the rubber sheet? In the same way we can stretch that eardrum will be stretching in our ear. Okay, so sound vibration make the eardrum to vibrate. Okay, so sound vibration will make the eardrum to vibrate, and the eardrum sends that vibration to the inner ear. Okay, so from outer ear the eardrum send the vibration to the inner ear. From there the signals goes to the brain, and the brain can sense what type of sound it is. Okay, understood children? So this is how the sound we can hear through our ears. Okay, so the shape of the outer part of our ear is like a funnel, and when the sound enters it travels through a canal and reaches the thin membrane at the end, where there is a thin membrane called eardrum, and from the eardrum it travels to the inner ear, and from there the signals goes to the brain, which is recognized by our brain. Now, next topic is amplitude, time period and frequency of vibration. So, first we can see what is meant by frequency. So, we know when there is a sound, there will be a vibration. Yes. So, the number of oscillations or vibrations per second is called the frequency of oscillation. So what is meant by frequency of oscillation? The number of oscillation or vibration. So other name of oscillation is vibration. Okay, oscillating means to and fro motion. Yes, so the number of oscillation or vibration per second is called the frequency of oscillation or frequency of vibration. Now, what is meant by time period? The time taken by a pendulum to complete one oscillation is called the time period. Okay, so we know when there is a sound, there is an oscillation or there is a vibration. Yes, so the time taken by a pendulum to complete one oscillation is called the time period. Now, what is meant by amplitude? It is the maximum distance to which a vibrating body moves on either side of its mean position. So, what is meant by amplitude? The maximum distance to which a vibrating body moves on either side of its mean position. Next, audible frequency. So, human ear, the range of frequency we can hear is from 20 to 20,000 hertz. Okay, so the frequency of sound which is audible to our human ear is about 20 to 20,000 hertz. The loudness of sound is expressed in a unit called decibel. Okay, so what is the unit of loudness of sound? The loudness of sound is expressed by unit called decibel, which is represented by the letter called dB. So, the loudness of sound depends on the amplitude of the sound. So, as we have studied what is meant by amplitude, yes, the maximum distance to which a vibrating body moves, that is called amplitude of a vibration. So, loudness of a sound depends on the amplitude of the sound. Oscillation motion. Oscillation motion means vibration of an object. The to and fro motion of an object is called oscillation motion. Pitch of the sound. Higher the frequency of vibration, higher is the pitch. So when the frequency of vibration is higher, the pitch or shrill of the sound will be higher. Then, what is meant by shrillness? The frequency of sound determines the shrillness or pitch of a sound. So, if the frequency of vibration is higher, we can say that sound is shrill. Next, noise and music. So, what is meant by noise? Noise means it is an unpleasant sound. Okay, so noise means it is an unpleasant sound heard by our ear. Okay, if in a classroom, if all the students speak together, what would the sound be produced called? The sound produced be called as noise. It is an unpleasant sound. Yes. So next is musical sound. How the musical sound? So we all enjoy the sound which is produced from musical instrument, isn't it, children? So musical sound is one which is pleasing to the ear. Okay, so sound produced by harmonium, flute, string of a sitar, everything is good. Or the sound produced by the musical instrument is called musical sound, which is pleasing to the ear. Now, noise pollution. So you already know about air pollution. Yes, what is meant by air pollution? Presence of unwanted gases and particles in air. Yes. So noise pollution means presence of excessive or unwanted sound in the atmosphere is called noise pollution. Okay, so presence of excessive or unwanted sound in the atmosphere is called noise pollution. Major cause of noise pollution are sounds of vehicles, explosions including bursting of crackers, machines, loudspeakers. So we can see the noise pollution. How what are the major causes of noise pollution? Sounds of vehicles. Yes. So when the vehicles are running in the road, we can hear the unpleasant sound which will create a noise pollution. Then explosion, like bursting of crackers, then working of machines, loudspeakers will create a noise pollution. So, what are the harms of noise pollution? Presence of excessive noise in the surrounding may cause many health related problems such as lack of sleep, hypertension, anxiety, etc. Okay, so when there is a noise, it will create a lot of disturbance. Not only that, it is harm to our body, which will create many health related problems such as lack of sleep, hypertension, and anxiety, etc. So how we can control or reduce the noise pollution? Plantation on the roadside is the best source to reduce the noise pollution. Okay, so trees must be planted along the roads and around buildings to cut down on the sounds reaching the residents. Thus, we can reduce the harmful effects of noise pollution. Okay, children. I hope that you have understand about the sound, noise pollution, and what are the harms of noise pollution and measures to limit noise pollution. Have any doubt you can ask. Thank you.